Why do so many Christians struggle with Christ's simple teachings? It is striking and troubling that people can spend decades faithfully attending church, serving in ministries, or performing religious duties, yet still miss the essence of Christ's message. The core of Christ's teaching is not complicated. It can be summed up in two commands. 1. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind. 2. Love your neighbor as yourself. Everything else flows from these two principles. The nature of true love. In John 3:16, Christ defines love as self-giving. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Love, in its truest sense, is the unconditional giving of oneself for the good of another. To say I love God while withholding parts of ourselves, whether through pride, fear, or stubbornness, is a contradiction. Rituals, church traditions, and good works cannot replace the heart's surrender. Loving God fully means yielding every part of life, thoughts, motives, desires, without condition. Loving others means treating them with the same dignity, patience, and compassion we desire for ourselves. Anything less is empty religion. Why the disconnect? So why do many Christians miss this? Several reasons appear throughout history and human behavior. 1. Tradition over truth. Many prioritize church culture, denominational rules, or ritual observance over the simplicity of Christ's words. 2. Intellectual faith without transformation. People may know doctrine in theory, but never let it reshape how they treat others. 3. Self-centered religion. Some seek God for blessings, security, or social belonging, rather than for genuine relationship and surrender. 4. The hardness of the human heart. True love demands humility and sacrifice, things human pride resists. What would change if Christians lived this out? If even a fraction of those who call themselves Christians truly embodied love your neighbor and do unto others, society would look drastically different. Based on historical and sociological insight, the ripple effects would be immense. 1. Personal and social life. Peace in relationships, violence, abuse, racism, and hatred would diminish. Trust and cooperation. Communities would flourish in honesty and mutual care. Equal dignity. No group would be despised or marginalized. 2. Economic systems. Fairness in work. Just wages, safe conditions, and ethical business would replace exploitation. Generosity. Those with more would gladly help those with less. Integrity. Fraud and greed would evaporate, replaced by honesty in trade. 3. Politics and law. Empathetic laws. Leaders would ask, would I want this applied to me, before legislating? Lower crime. With love guiding behavior, crime and corruption would fall. Peaceful nations. Wars and oppression would be replaced by diplomacy and respect. 4. Healthcare and welfare. Universal care. No one would be left hungry, homeless, or untreated. Stronger mental health. Love-driven communities reduce loneliness and despair. 5. Education and culture. Respectful classrooms. Schools would model kindness and fairness. Compassion in media. Entertainment would uplift rather than divide. Culture of empathy. Compassion, not consumerism or violence, would dominate public life. Mamadas. In summary, if Christians truly embraced Christ's core commands, violence would give way to peace, greed would yield to generosity, oppression would be replaced by justice, isolation would turn into community. This is not idealistic fantasy, it is the kingdom ethic Christ described, a world where love, not self-interest, rules. The tragedy is that many who bear his name settle for religion without transformation. The call remains urgent, to love God fully and to love others as ourselves. Everything else is secondary.